Brew, coming at you with a beer review. I have earned my beer review. Spent the last 2 days putting new subflooring in the bathroom. We'll be putting new flooring in. I'll have a video up to that in the future. So I'm going to drink a local beer. It's a session ale. What the heck? Well, I don't know what you call session ale these days. Here it is. It's the Space Ghost Golden Session Barleywine at 8% ABV. This is a collaboration brew between Ecliptic Brewing and Melvin Brewing. Ecliptic being out of Portland, Oregon, and Melvin now being out of Alpine, Wyoming. They used to be out of Jackson Hole. It was getting too expensive to attract brewers there, so they moved out to Alpine and built a new facility out there. This is made with a bunch of hops. It's got Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Southern Cross. So I'm going to assume this would be what you'd call an American barley wine. It is 75 IBUs, and at 8%, yeah, it's not all that sessionable. Let's get into it. Well, as they said, it is a golden barley wine. It's a golden session barley wine. It definitely has that kind of golden color with a little bit of an orange hue. Look at that head on there. I poured a little aggressively, but we've got a full finger plus head on that. Let's get the nose. Well, you know, it has more of a smell like a double IPA, to be honest with you. The first thing I'm getting is some citrus. I'm getting both like orange, a bit of tangerine, a little bit of grapefruit. I get a little bit of pine off the top, maybe a light amount of dankness. It's smelling more like a Melvin IPA to me, just on the light side. It has some nice scents though, it really does. It's got like a very light caramel. It has like some toasted malts going on. Maybe a hint towards the tropical. It has a bit of floral tones to it. God, and it smells like it's got a little bit of a breadiness to it too. It smells like it might have a light chew. So we're gonna dive on in. Cheers. That's nice. That's not really what I would call a barley wine. Probably not even really what I would call an American barley wine. But it has a bit of body to it. Has a little bit of breadiness to it. It's got a light creaminess to it. That might just be the head. So that's kind of nice. It's like a light colored caramel on there. A light amount of that, mind you, too. I wouldn't say there's any toffee character. It's really more that toasted malts, like biscuit malts, and a nice breadiness. And then you're someplace between a medium and full body. You're more on the medium side, but someplace between the two. It's got a really good mouthfeel though, but you've got all this citrus character. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of a pine, more like a resin actually. It's just a little bit of dankness on there as well, I'd say. You're still just like in the nose, you're getting some floral characters. I feel like I get some grapefruit on there for sure. Grapefruit rind at least. At the beginning I felt like I got a little bit of orange. I'm not really getting that tangerine type flavor so much. But they're probably both there, just very lightly. I still feel like I'm getting a hint of some tropical, but nothing is real distinct there. If anything, it would be just a splash of pineapple and passion fruit. But it's mostly all on that citrus and pine type side. Yeah, this is a tasty session barley wine at 8%. I'm going to take a little time with this and I'll be back. Well, I'm out here enjoying a beautiful day. Enjoying a really good beer. So it hasn't really changed much. It really does taste more like an Imperial IPA. That's really what it tastes like, with just this kind of light, really nice sweetness with a very light colored caramel kind of blended in there. That's really kind of the nuts and bolts of it. It's a lot of beautiful hop character. Definitely, if you're going to call it a session barley wine, it's definitely an American barley wine. So let's get to rating then. All right, well, if I was going to rate this as an American barley wine, I couldn't rate it very high because, I mean, barley wines got to have a lot more sweetness. They're usually bigger. They're kind of in your face. I know this is session, but yeah, it doesn't quite fall in that category. I would hope to have some more sweetness or toffee or something on there. So in that sense, American barley wine, yeah, you know, I'd have to give it an 83, you know, if I gave it that. Now, if I was going to call this an Imperial IPA, that'd be different. It wouldn't be the best Imperial IPA out there, but it would be a really good one. I'd probably give it a 91. That caramel on this is very unique. It almost brings in, like being a light caramel, almost a buttery quality, which is kind of fun, very different. Overall, well, I think what makes this really good is that light caramel with that little bit of buttery character, which is kind of fun. You know, I do like butter when I have corn on the cob, right? And I love caramel. So, yeah, I've got to rate it decently overall. It's not going to be the most outrageous thing out there, but it's pretty good. I'm going to give a straight up 90, I think. Definitely not a barley wine in my book, but it's definitely a very good beer. It's a, let's call it someplace between a light barley wine and a double IPA, and we'll call it good, right? Here it is again with some fun bottle artwork on there. It's from both Ecliptic Brewing and Melvin Brewing. It is the Space Ghost Golden Session Barley Wine Ale. This is Kevin at Clemens Homebrew saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you in the next beer review.